It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend.
What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the rookie from the University of Washington.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. They run again on first down. Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down. This is 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cook. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Penix. This throw left side is caught by Toby. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jalen Tolbert, 37 yards. And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Now the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was finished off by a Jalen Tolbert touchdown grab. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. That went out wide and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They bring the 5 seed into the playoffs. Of course, they're one of the wild card teams. And when you're a wild card team, it makes it a little bit tougher. You have to win the extra game, but there's been a precedent set of teams doing that successfully in the past.
And it's usually teams that have aspects that really jump out at you and are really factors in the playoffs. I mean, Pittsburgh, they rode a heavy run game with Jerome Bettis when they won in 2005. And then don't forget the Giants in 2007, that season, pass rush. Remember how big that was for them during the playoffs. And for Green Bay, it was the quarterback play of Aaron Rodgers. So to me, it's a matter of what's going to affect the game in a big way. Can that aspect of your team really make those plays? A lot of times it's pass rush and quarterback play.
And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. Throwing is Hurts. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Hand off to Spears. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Hurts. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Give them 18 on the play. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That one's taken in by Spears. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Gets this complete to Shaheed. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, he'll drop the throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Puka Nacua. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw, Penix. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. .47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Now Penix. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they can't bring him down. And all the way down to the 9. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They go play action with Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. To the air, Penix. That is caught. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And just not a whole lot here to be had on the ground. Maybe a yard. 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Cook again. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 57 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Finding Otten once more. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 8. And looking to throw, Penix. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They'll look to throw.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route.
And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 39. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
That's caught again by Schultz.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
They'll throw with Penix. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Here's Penix. And there's a short one taken in by Otten.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Trey Tucker.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. 2nd and 16. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He finds his target. It's Schultz. Here's 3rd and 3. Hurts. A quick throw there is incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. And here's a give to Spears. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Looking to throw, Penix. The toss here completed to Pittman. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Penix.
Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Dallas. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on 1st down. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Still going inside the 20.
And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
They go play action with Hurts.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 13 yards out.
And the Vikings are able to stretch out their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
To the air, Penix.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And looking to throw, Penix.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. One quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. From the 38, Hurts. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. And now a run with Spears. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Here is 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one's taken in by Spears. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Penix. And there's a short one taken in by Otten. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. Finding Tolbert here over the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Here's Penix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So the 4th down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And Cook has it, left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Pittman, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The slot man in motion right.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Right back to Spears.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's Hurts to throw. They'll set up the screen for Spears. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11 now. Out of the gun to give to Spears.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. The Charles on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that